Hey there, it's Denise Dominguez. So I want to do something a little bit different this week. So instead of sending you a newsletter like I usually do, I wanted to do a video, and Jazzy wants to be in it too. Say hi, Jazzy. So this newsletter is about unworthiness and worthiness, and finding the root of where that came from. So that obviously goes back to our childhood, and it could be from our parents, educational system, the media, our friends, maybe we were bullied. Wherever it came from, there is a root of how we feel as far as worthiness and unworthiness. So why am I saying this to you? Well, I'm launching my Women of Worth Summit, and each time I do a summit, it resonates with me, and I pass that on to you because I feel like it's important. So with that, I do like some research. So I went on YouTube and I found this video about unworthiness and worthiness, and it really resonated with me because when he says about finding the root of that, and that it probably came from our parents, I immediately went to, I remember my dad. I love him to death, but he, time after time, would lecture me and basically say, Denise, why don't you just go get married and have kids, because that's all you're going to amount to in life. And this was said to me over and over again, time after time, year after year. Usually it was after I brought home a B, C, D report card. Those were my grades in school. And I was just such a social butterfly that I could care less about academics. So that might be why I'm here talking to you and enjoy it so much. So anyway, so yeah, he said that to me over and over. My mom was not there. I mean, she was there, but she was a social butterfly also. So she was like off having coffee with her friends, and my dad was there to reprimand us for a report card. And instead of saying, "Oh, great, you got a B," the C is not that bad. Let's work on these D's. He would just go off on a tangent on how that's all I'm going to be worth in life, is to just be a mom, just go off and get married. Not that that's the greatest job in the world, because it is. And I did. I was pregnant at 16, moved out of my parents' house, and found myself living with my then boyfriend's family, which was, anyway. Started working full time because I quit school. The pregnancy did not end in a live birth. So, but now I quit school already, and now I'm working full time. And, going back to school after all of that was really difficult, and it just really wasn't in the cards for me. So what I did was I worked full time, which led me to another job, which led me to attract my ex-husband, who I thought at the time was all that in a bag of chips. Turns out he wasn't. Anyway, he and I got married. I was like 20, just turned 21. Soon after that, had my first child, my daughter. A year later, had my son. And I was a stay-at-home mom, because this is what was expected of me. So I fulfilled that belief pattern, that belief system. I did exactly what my dad told me to do, which was go off, get married, and have kids. That's what I did. And so, long story short, that didn't end well, which is why I'm here talking to you. So it took me years and years and years to realize that I am worth something more. And I do have a passion inside of me, and there is something that I want to do in life. You know, my kids are grown now. They're 20 and 21. They're about to be 22 and 23. What do you do after that? What do you do when your kids are all grown up or off into college? And now I'm divorced. I have something inside of me that needs to come out. I have a passion. I am worthy of more things than being a mom, which, don't get me wrong, being a mom was the greatest job I ever had. I loved being a stay-at-home mom, and I was the best at it. But now they're grown. What do I do? So this is why I'm here. This is why I'm talking to you. And this is why when I do summits, they resonate so passionately with me. And I want to pass that on to you. All of my lessons that I've learned, I want to pass that on to you. So I've identified my root of my unworthiness. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to think about that and where that came from for you. And accept it and move on. So I had this great analogy that I learned today, and I want to pass that on to you also. So it's about fear, because everybody says, you know, fear, accept it and move on. So listen to this. This is so awesome. So think of a bed and breakfast, and Joy walks in. And when Joy walks in, you give Joy the master suite, because you want to accommodate Joy. You want to embellish in Joy. Okay? Peace walks in. Okay? You love Peace. You want to accommodate Peace. So you give Peace like a whole bunch of coupons, so Peace will keep coming back, right? Because you want to keep having Peace come back. Well, now Fear walks in. Well, you accept it. You invite Fear in. And you give Fear that uncomfortable wooden chair, rocking chair in the corner. And you say to Fear, here you go. Here's your seat. It's not too comfortable. So that means you won't be staying long. Right? So love that. It just really puts it in perspective for me. So that's what I want you to do. Find the root of your unworthiness and accept it and move on. That's my newsletter for this week. If you want to talk further, you know I always offer a 15-minute free coaching session. You can contact me. The link will be below where you can set up a time. I've set aside time. And have a great week. If you haven't signed up for the Women of War Summit and you're interested, also below. And Jazzy says goodbye. Say bye, Jazzy. Bye.